What about if you're on the stage with Hillary Clinton? Will you be cognizant of the fact that she would be a female opponent?
You know, I'm always polite, and even in all the interviews where I'm accused of maybe being too aggressive, I've never yelled or screamed. I don't get out of control. I do be polite, and I've always treated it that way. I would treat her with the same respect that I would treat a man, but I wouldn't lay down and say, oh, I'm not going to respond out of some sort of, and I think that would be a sexist sort of response to say, oh my goodness, she deserves not to be treated as aggressively because she's only a woman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rand Paul, of course, responding to this whole sexist thing. But he has done something that we have talked about, and we played you the audio of this last week. And joining us now is Noah Rothman, associate editor of HotAir.com. Noah, welcome. And I got to tell you, two great pieces that really hit the mark and really hit the nail on the head, and we need to talk about them. And they're both at HotAir.com. They're both posted by you, and both today. Let's start with Rand Paul. What he did is he has, for the first time, I believe, certainly McCain didn't do it and Romney didn't do it. They ran away from it as usual. They put abortion as made it a Republican issue. Rand Paul framed the debate asking Debbie Wasserman Schultz, hey, do you favor killing a baby ready to be born in the womb? And as late as today, she basically said yes.
Yeah, it's positively remarkable. What Rand Paul has done is really forced the press to take a look at the polling data, which has been clear on this issue for quite some time, that public opinion has been trending away from the being solely pro-choice, really heavily pro-choice, and towards a more pro-life position. There's a variety of reasons for that, but it's been trending in that direction for the last 20 years. And Rand Paul said, as you suggested, he got a true gotcha question. The gotcha question is designed to make either the respondent alienate the base of the party or alienate general election voters, persuadable voters. There's no way around it. And Rand Paul said, why don't you ask Democrats this gotcha question? Do you favor killing a child in utero who's about to be born at the 3-month mark? They did. And Debbie Wasserman Schultz responded by choosing to not alienate her base, the party's base, rabidly pro-abortion supporters. As a result, she found herself on the wrong end of public opinion, and she's been trying to backtrack on it. Today, she appeared on CNN, and she sounded exactly like Mitt Romney on the issue of the war on women. She said, you know what, abortion is really just not the issue that voters will decide. Yeah. 2016 on jobs and the economy are really the most important issues to the American public. He sounds like any Republican surrogate from 2012. Really a striking about face.
Noah, I almost fell off my chair when she said that. She's like, come on, Wolf, you know, this is and here are the numbers. The CNN ORC poll from March shows that 58% of people believe abortion should be legal under few or even no circumstances. Only 27% believe that abortion should be legal in all cases with no exceptions. So they're pandering to an extreme radical leftist minority in this country and on an issue that would outrage and disgust the average person and the majority of people in this country. It's a no-brainer that Republicans should have ran on this and made it an issue all along. And I hope that more than just Rand Paul will continue this line of debate.
Oh, I can't imagine they won't. This has been so spectacularly successful on an issue that Republicans have really been behind the 8 ball on as far as with the media goes. So the press is really just catching up to public opinion. Public opinion has been with Republicans for some time, but they have been unable to really get that message across to a skeptical media. But Rand Paul really achieved a coup here, and I think that a lot of Republicans will follow his lead.
Well, I hope you're right, and don't count on the media telling the people what the facts are either. But anyway, as you well know as good as I. All right. Russia has now lifted the ban. They're going to sell Iran surface-to-air missiles, which will make it extremely dangerous for Israel or the United States or any country, once those missiles are in place, to attack Iran and therefore use the military option if Iran goes ahead with its nuclear program. This is happening. The United States knows it. Obama knows it. He couldn't care less. And this is checkmate.
Yeah, pretty much. It would be an extraordinarily costly mission now to execute with those S-300 surface-to-air missiles in place to execute airstrikes against nuclear targets in Iran. And you and I know that during the negotiations over this deal, one of the reasons why we were supposed to be okay with the fact that the secret hardened underground enrichment site at Fordo was going to be left intact was the fact that the United States could enforce that agreement
Right.
with the teeth of that deal was the American military force.
And now it's not so easy. Listen, Noah, I want everybody to go to hotair.com and read the two pieces we just discussed. Thank you, my friend. Always great to talk to you. Noah Rothman, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Australian author Nick Adams will be here.